Right? Yeah, good idea. Well, good seeing you. Good seeing you.
Same level. I heard it was 16 years. Okay. That makes sense. Right. Yeah, like they're trying to. Yeah, they were trying to do something. Yeah. This was not just the front or the front. Beautiful. sorry, Chris. Because the last pair she got was pretty amazing. I did not get the top line. It's like it's no longer. So it's like, the thing was, I need new skates, and when I got rid of the skates, I was like, okay, wait a minute.
Mic check. Testing, testing, testing.
JM back yet? Yeah. Okay.
Like any other. Yeah, well, I watched my son talk to me. She's sleeping. She's back here.
Okay, folks. We're going to probably get this game started here in a moment. Warm-ups are just wrapping up. So, Jackets won their earlier match against Indy. They won 6-1. So, we're going to hope for the same kind of result today in this evening matchup before we head out of town to go play Bigby tomorrow. So, we will be back shortly. Okay. So we will have 16-minute periods. So to start this second game, Jackets are going to send out Dar, Sullivan, and Svensson along with Dowse and Meyer. And then Mary Shorman's going to be back in net for this. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. It's actually going to be McInhill, Olsgaard, and Ori with Dowse and Meyer. And, of course, Mary Shorman will be in net for the second game. All right, puck is down. Indy Elite wins that faceoff. They bring it back into their own defensive zone. They're going to send it ahead. They're going to bring it up through the neutral zone, down this left near side. Indy's try to drop pass, and then this puck's now back behind the net, going to the far corner. Myers there, she picks it up, she chips it up to Olsgaard. Puck gets hit back in deep, so Dallas will swing back to pick it up behind the net. She's going to send it up to Ori. Ori's going to send it over to McInhill. McInhill gets dispossessed, so Indy's got it. They're going to send it into their own defensive zone. Jackets with pressure. Vogelsang comes in off the bench. She holds it in. She drops down low. She takes a shot that goes up high and wide. Lekorchik's going to be there to pick it up. She's going to try to get it in deep. Comes over to Sullivan. And Svensson's now got it behind the net. So Svensson comes away with it. She takes a shot from the circle. The Indy goalie made two quick saves there. Now it's going to go to the far side. Sullivan's going to pick that one up. She's going to send it up to Lekorchik. Lekorchik's going to step to the top of the circle. She takes a quick shot. Good save by Indy. So Sullivan now still has it. Indy was able to just poke that out of the zone briefly. So Vogelsang will collect. She's going to circle back through. She's going to carry it forward with speed. She's going to go in for a shot. That goes up high. Goes over. Svensson's got it behind the net. She's tried to get it over to Sullivan, but goes a little bit too far. So Indy's going to pick it up in the far corner, bring it on that far side. They chip it ahead to the center, into the neutral zone. They're going to try to skate forward. Jackets are just trying to poke. So Indy's going to send that in deep. That goes behind the net. Mullet's going to pick that up. She brings it around, looks at her options. She's going to send it up over to Kohlhaas. Kohlhaas gets it. Now Dar has it. Dar's going to send it over to Mullet. Mullet tried to send that ahead to LaRoche and does. So LaRoche brings that down the far side, or the near side, sends it in deep. Indy's now going to have possession, though. They're going to come around the net. They're going to send it up towards the top of the zone, but the Jacks keep that in, try a centering pass. It doesn't connect. Dowse is now going to come in. She sends that in deep. LaRoche is there. She got dispossessed back behind the net, so Indy's going to try to come out with it. Jackets are applying good pressure, though. Puck's loose in front. Jackets couldn't quite connect on that, though, so Indy's able to send that up and out of the zone. They're now going to send that in deep. That should be icing because they did not make the red line. So with 13:27 to go, we have an icing, so we'll get an offensive zone face-off. Jackets are going to send out McInhill, Clark, Thomas, Lekorchik, and Vogelsang. Puck is down. Indy Elite ended up winning that face-off, but puck is now still deep in their zone. Jackets are applying pressure, so Thomas with some good pressure there. Clark now has it. She got tripped up by Thomas, so Indy's now going to break that out, but they only get as far as the neutral zone where Vogelsang collects. She sends it up to Clark. Clark sends it over to McInhill. McInhill sends that in deep, and is going to go on the chase. Indy picked up in the near corner. They send it top far side. It leaves the zone, so Lekorchek's going to go back and pick it up. She sends that up ahead to Thomas. Thomas skates that forward. She sends it to Clark. They skate in, but they are not able to maintain possession, so Indy's going to bring it out down the far side. Tries to get that ahead. Mullet's there, but Indy's going to come away with it. Top of the circles. She skates through. She drops in low. Gushall has it. She sends it over to Ori. Ori clears out of the zone with it. She sends it up to Olsgaard. Olsgaard goes past. She's going to go in. She's got Dar with her. She sends it over to Dar. Dar tried another centering pass, couldn't connect, so Ori's going to pick it up on the near side. She sends it to Dar. Dar dropped it up. Ori with the rebound and in. Dar sent that up to Olsgaard. It deflected off the goalie and came out to Ori, and Ori popped it up and over. Tip. Jackets are up 1-0 with 12:18 to go in the first period. Jackets keep the same forwards out, but they do switch out Meyer and Douse. So Indy won that face-off, but they come in offside. So we will do it again. Looks like the Jackets, though, are going to take this moment to switch out the wings, and they're going to send out Sullivan and Svensson to join Dar. Leave the other three the same. Puck is down. Indy won that face-off. They're going to send it over. Sullivan pokes that off the stick, so Svensson's coming in with Sullivan. Comes down to the circle. She shoots and goes right into the glove of the goalie. Jack's going to leave the same 5 out for this offensive zone face-off. Jackets win that face-off. It goes up to Douse. Douse has got it at the top. She tries to kick a shot that goes off of Indy player. So Sullivan had it behind the net. She sends it to Svensson. Svensson tried to send that in front, but couldn't. Douse now with a quick shot. Can't go that go to go in. Meyer dropped in low. She's going to take and go behind the net. Looks for her options. She tries to center it. She does, but Sullivan just couldn't get much on that shot. So Indy's able to make a save and cover that up. And with that, the Jackets are going to take the chance to switch out all 5. So we're going to send out Flaherty, LaRoche, Kohlhaas, Lekorchek, and Vogelsang for this offensive zone face-off, up 1-0. Puck is down. Looks like Indy came away with that face-off. So puck is now going to go into the neutral zone, and they're back chasing. Kohlhaas was able to get to it and keep it from the zone. So LaRoche now has it. She tries to get it up ahead. Flaherty's going to get that forward, but cannot maintain control in the zone, so it's going to come back to the neutral ice. So Vogelsang's got it. She's going to send it up to LaRoche again. LaRoche is going to come in. She's going to do a far ice pass, but it does not connect. So Indy's going to collect on that far side. They're going to try to get it up and out, but Flaherty intercepts. Flaherty's taking it back low. The Jackets have been utilizing that low to the front of the net passes a lot in the first game. Looks like they're going to try to do it again here. Flaherty's got it behind the net. She's going to come up. She can't connect with LaRoche. Mullet's able to keep it in. She sends it in deep. LaRoche is going to go back behind the net, try to pick it up. Comes far side, but now back behind the net. LaRoche has got it. She can't get that to Flaherty. Puck is loose. And the Indy goalie covers up, and we will get another offensive zone faceoff. We're going to send out McInhill, Clark, and Thomas along with Douse and Meyer. Puck is down, comes up to Thomas. She can't get that shot through the traffic, though, so Indy's going to come out with it. They're going to break out of their zone, coming down this near side. They went in offsides, unfortunately for them. So we'll get a neutral zone face-off here. Puck is down. Indy sends that back to our defenseman, so Douse has it in the defensive zone. She's going to come down this near side. She tries to get a stretch pass out to Thomas, but couldn't quite connect, so Indy has possession. They're going to kind of trip that forward. Clark comes away with it, though. She's in the top of the circle. She misses on her shot, though. So McInhill tried to get it up to Clark. Clark's going to go centering pass, but can't connect. Myers trying to keep that in, but Indy's able to get past. So Indy brings that puck forward. They're going to get it past the red line, just dump that in deep while they go for a change. Douse is going to retrieve, and she's going to hit Thomas with a good stretch pass there to the neutral zone. Thomas is going to come on that far side. Goes down the circles, looks for her support. She tried to centering pass, didn't connect, or he's going to pick it up on this near side. She leaves it for Dar. Dar sends it back up towards Ori, but don't connect. So Indy sends that forward. Olsgaard's going to pick it up in the neutral zone off the bench. And so Olsgaard's now going to take it far side. Gets dispossessed. Indy's got it there. She's going to send it forward. Vogelsing's got it. She's going to step forward, come down this near side. She enters the zone, goes to the circles. She sends a centering pass. Can't connect with Olsgaard, though. She had her stick lifted. Lekorchek tried to drop low to keep it in. Olsgaard does. It comes up to Ori. Ori kept it in at the top. She comes into the circles and takes a shot. And that is saved by Indy again. So Jackets are going to keep the same 5 out with Dar, Olsgaard, Ori, Lekorchek, and Vogelsang. Puck is down. Jackets come away with it. Ori's got it. She sends it towards the net but can't connect. Puck's loose behind. Comes over to Dar's got it on the boards. She's going to send it behind up to Olsgaard. Olsgaard up to Ori. Can't connect. Vogelsang stepped forward. Can't get that to go either. Lekorchek's dropped low. She's going to keep that in. She's going to send it back to Olsgaard, who's down low. She's going to go behind the net, look for her options. She's going to bring it up to the circles. She uses a drop pass for Vogelsang. Vogelsang's going to pull down. She's going to loop around to the far side. She tries to go across ice, try to hit Sullivan coming off the bench. Puck is still loose. Indy does finally clear the zone. Dar's got it though at neutral ice. She's going to now loop and carry in with Svensson and Sullivan with her. Indy gets it. They're going to try to stretch that out. They're going to come through the neutral zone. They're going to chip that up. Shorman didn't quite make that save, but the puck goes wide. Gutshall's there. She now sends that up to Sullivan. Sullivan chipped that ahead to Flaherty, who sends it up to Svensson. Svensson's now going to come in. She can't get her centering pass to Flaherty to connect. Flaherty's going to go pick it up off the boards, drop it deep for Svensson. Svensson's going to look for her options. She's going to try to send it up high. She sends that up high and out of the zone. There is no icing, so the Jackets are going to go back for it. Gutshall picks that up. Flaherty is there. Flaherty's going to go over to Mullet. Mullet's going to send that up to LaRoche. LaRoche is going to send that ahead to Sullivan. Indy's going to come in on that far side. They caught the D while changing. So they get a shot that Shorman did a great job saving. LaRoche now has it. She tries to get it up and out. She does. She's going to come on that far, near side. Gets dispossessed. Indy's going to send that forward. Flaherty's there to keep it in. She's going to drop low with it. She's going to try to get that up to Douse, but that was broken up by Indy, so the puck comes back to the neutral zone. Douse still controls, though. Douse is going to send it to Meyer. Meyer's now going to send that up to Kohlhaas. Kohlhaas is going to send it over to LaRoche. Flaherty's going to head off for a change while LaRoche comes in this near side. LaRoche's shot goes a little wide, so puck's going to loop all the way out of the zone off of that shot. Douse sends it to Lekorchek. Lekorchek sends it to McInhill. McInhill goes forward but can't maintain possession. So far side puck for the Indy Elite. They're going to keep it. McInhill has it. Puck's just kind of loose here at the top of the zone. Indy's going to pick it up and bring it out. They're going to send it ahead. Vogelsang grabs it. She brings it around the net. She gets dispossessed. Clark now has it. She sows forward with it. Thomas now has it. She's going to keep going forward on that far side. She's heading kind of into that far corner. Thomas has it. She comes away with the corner. She gets in front and takes a shot. Saved by Indy. So it's 5:53 left. Jack is still up 1-0. All right, Jacket's going to send out Dar, Olsgaard, Ori, Vogelsing, and Lekorchek. Puck is down. Indy won that face-off. They try to get it up and out, cannot. They send it up again. Lekorchek keeps it in at the line. She's going to drop to the top of the circles, pass to Dar. Puck just went rolling off of Dar's stick right to the goalie, so another save. Jackets keep the same 5. Puck's down. Indy wins that face-off again. They're going to take it behind their own net. Olsgaard with good pressure. She's going to break that loose, but Indy still has possession. Lekorchek now dumps it in deep. Indy tries to come up this near side and break out. They get out. Dar's going to be there to collect the puck. She's got one on her hard, though. She's going to use the net. She's going to stay there, hold up. She gets dispossessed behind the net. Vogelsing's coming in now to help out to get that puck back. She sends it up to Ori. They can't clear the zone, though. Indy keeps that in with a shot. Goes off a couple sticks. So Lekorchek's got it. She's going to send that over to Olsgaard. Puck does pop up and out of the zone. Olsgaard with pressure. Indy's going to turn. They're going to send that in. There is no icing, so Jack's need to collect. Gutshall's going to be back there to collect. She's going to try a stretch pass up to Sullivan at the neutral zone. Sullivan's going to go down that far side. She breaks into the zone. She's got 2 with her. She's going to take it down low. She's going to look for her options as she comes up to that far board. She goes to the top of the circle, skates through, goes backhand, goes. Indy makes a save on that. Indy tries to keep it behind the net. Sullivan's going to pick it up here in the near corner. She sends it behind to Svensson. Svensson tried to go close side. Puck came loose, came up, and Sullivan took a shot. Now Flaherty's going to pick it up on the far boards. She's going to shot it back. Puck is still there on those boards. Gutshall keeps it in, and then Flaherty keeps it. Now up to Sullivan. Sullivan over to Flaherty. They can't connect. Puck is there. Indy's able to send that up and out. And that is going to go for an icing. With that icing, Jacket's going to switch things up with 4 minutes to go. We're going to send out McEnroe, Colehouse, LaRoche, Meyer, and Dowse. Puck is down. Jackets come away with that one. But we're not able to do much with that possession. But so puck's still in the offensive zone. Colehouse sends it up to Meyer. Meyer's going to take a shot from the circles. That goes right into the Indy goalie. Jackets leave the same 5, so we'll just do it again. Puck's down. Jackets came away with that one. They just kind of push it weakly in front of the net, but Colehouse is going to send it back behind the net. LaRoche now has it on the far side. She cycles to the circles. She tries to shoot that in. Puck is loose there. Oh, LaRoche just sent another shot wide. She had the net wide open, too. Indy's going to now break out. They're going to come down this near side. Dowse is there with pressure. She takes her into the boards. Puck comes up. Indy's able to keep it in on these near boards. Indy with a shot. That Sherman with a good leg save. Indy took that rebound and put it in the left side of the goal. So the game is tied up, 1-1. After that Indy goal, Jackets are going to send out Dar, Clark, Thomas, Lekorchek, and Vogelsang. Puck's down. Indy comes away with that face-off. Indy still has it in their own zone. Jackets with good pressure. They dispossess. Dar's got it. She sends it forward. Now Thomas tries to get it forward. Puck is just stuck in this neutral zone. Thomas has it. She's going to take it in on that far side. She's going to come to the center. She tries to shot. She can't connect. Dar's the centering pass over to Thomas, up to Vogelsang. Vogelsang with a quick shot, saved by the Indy goalie. Indy's going to try now to break that out. Jackets with pressure again. Thomas and Dar in that corner. Dar tries to get it up to Lekorchek. Lekorchek can't get it with that centering pass. Indy's going to now carry it out. They're going to take it down that far side. They're just going to dump it in deep. Vogelsang is going to retrieve. She's trying to get her pass out. Can't clear the zone. Indy's got it. They send a backhand pass forward. Shot goes wide. Flaherty's picking up behind the net. Flaherty had 2 on her. She loses the puck. They try to centering pass. Thomas tried to get it out. Shot from the point. Sherman is there to cover that up and get that frozen. So Indy with a little bit of pressure here after that goal. So Jackie's got to tighten things up. They're going to send out Ori, Olsgaard, Flaherty, Gutschall, and Mullet. Puck's down. Jackets win that. Flaherty sends it over to Gutschall. Gutschall's going to bring it around. She's going to send that up towards Ori. Can't connect, but it does leave the zone. Indy has it on the far side. They dump it in deep. Mullet's going to go around, pick that up. She's got it behind the net. Puck is loose. Puck just goes centering pass right in front of the net. Olsgaard now has it. She's going to take it down the far side. She's going to carry it into the zone. She takes it into the far corner. Now back behind the net. Ori's there. Now Olsgaard's got it. She's trying to bring it out forward. Ori with the rebound. Puck, I think, is, yep, Indy's goalie's got it, so. Jackets are going to send out McInhill, Svensson, Sullivan, Meyer, and Douse. Puck is down. Puck's stuck between kids' feet, so Jackets send it into the corner. Sullivan picks it up. She sends his centering pass, can't connect with anybody, so it goes to the far side. Meyer drops in low. She's getting back to Svensson. Svensson tries to just shove the backhand in. Puck is loose, though. Svensson's got it again. She comes forward. She tried to go in. She goes off the post with her backhand wraparound. Douse dropped low to keep that into the near boards, but puck comes out to the neutral zone. Meyer has it. She's going to enter the zone on the far side. Indy gets that puck out. They're going to get a deep run. They're going to come down with a 2-on-1. They put one top left corner. Indy's up 2-1 with 42 seconds left in the first. All right, Jackets are going to send out Dar, LaRoche, Kohlhaas, Vogelsang, and Lekorchek. 40 seconds left. Indy wins that faceoff. They're going to come in to the zone. They send it to Vogelsang. Vogelsang sends that far ice to the top. Dar's going to come with speed for the forecheck. She gets the puck dispossessed. Kohlhaas has it. She's looking for that centering pass. She can't connect. Lekorchek's trying to keep that in. Indy's going to break it out now. They're going to come into the neutral zone. Vogelsang with a good stick to keep that away. But puck is now into our zone. Vogelsang's going to pick it up. She's going to take it behind the net with 14 seconds left. She's going to send it around. LaRoche has it. Indy comes away with it, though. Indy sends it in deep. About 5 seconds left. Vogelsang sends that up high. It does enter the neutral zone, and that should be the end of the first period. Jackets down 2-1. All right, Jackets are going to come back out for the second period, switching sides. So Jackets are going to send out, looks like they're going to send out Dar, Sullivan, and Svensson along with Lakorchek and Vogelsang. And Shorman obviously still in the net, locking things down. All right, puck is down. Jackets win that faceoff. Svensson comes out with it. She carries it in the zone. She drops it for Sullivan. Sullivan sends that ahead. Doesn't connect on the shot, but Jackets still have it behind the net. Sullivan's got it. She looks at her options. She drop passes it for Dar. Dar's now going to take it back behind the net. She brings it forward. Can't connect with Sullivan. Sullivan does maintain possession. So puck is loose. Several shots, and it's in. Jackets gets a couple rebounds on net, and Sullivan was able to put that one of those rebounds in. So Jackets tie that up 2-2. They're going to keep the same 5 out. Jackets win that faceoff. Sullivan sends that forward. She carries it into the zone. She has it. She takes it. She's got to the circles. She's got 2 on her. Puck now comes loose. Lakorchek's going to pick it up in the neutral zone. Indy is there trailing. They're going to take and send that in. Puck's still here on the corner. Jackets clear the zone. Sullivan's got it and on the near side. She's going to try to cut towards the middle, but gets dispossessed. Indy's now going to come down that far side. Centering pass to the middle. They can't. They do enter the zone. Vogelsang with a good block, but does not pop out of the zone. So Vogelsang picks it up. She sends it out of the zone now. Indy's got it in the neutral zone. They're going to send it back to their D. They're going to dump that ahead. Puck is now just went off one of the players and just kind of loose. Vogelsang's got it. She's going to come. She goes. She takes the zone. She enters. She's looking for options. LaRoche is there. She comes around the corner. She puts one in on the Indy goalie, but she makes the save. So Jackets are going to go ahead and get these lines fully changed now. And we've got Colehouse, LaRoche, Flaherty, Meyer, and Douse out there. Puck is down. Indy comes away with it. They're going to go. They try to get it up and out off that faceoff, but they don't. LaRoche has it in front of the net. Puck's loose, but comes out to the far side. Douse keeps that in up high. She sends it in deep. She's going to send that in. Looks like near side. Indy's going to pick it up. Try to break that out, but they end up breaking it out near side. They're going to send that down deep for an icing, so puck's going to come back down to the offensive zone. Jackets are going to send out McInhill, Thomas, Clark, Gutschall, and Mullet for this offensive zone face-off with 14 minutes left to go with in the second period, tied 2-2. Puck's down. McInhill wins it over to Thomas. Thomas with that quick shot, and then Clark with the rebound. That is covered up, though. Looked like a set play off of that face-off where McInhill was sending it back to Thomas in that top little spot. So Jackets executed that well. Looks like we're going to try the same thing now on the other side. Puck's down. McInhill sent that right back to Clark. Goes up to Mullet. Now out to Thomas, but saved again. I think the Jackets are going to keep the same 5 out there. Now we're going to come back to the near side. After that face-off, it went up to Thomas, but Indy read it, so puck is still in the defensive zone or offensive zone, deep in this near corner. Someone's going for a penalty. All right. Indy's going on the power play with 13:30 left to go. So Jackets are going to go on the penalty kill. They're going to send out Gutshaw, Douse, Flaherty, and LaRoche for this defensive zone face-off. Puck's down. Indy got it up high. Douse breaks that up, though. Douse is going to have it. She's going to try to get it up, it looks like, or she's just going to try to skate it. They are not able to keep that in, so they're going to have to regroup and come back in. They come in near side, broken up by Flaherty. Gutshaw now has it. She's going to just take it back behind the net. She's looking for options. She tried to get that ahead to Flaherty, but could not connect on that. Jackets still have possession in the defensive zone. Douse has it. She's going to send it up to LaRoche on the far side. LaRoche is going to break out with it. She's going to go to the red line and dump that in to just help kill more time on the power play. So Indy tries to bring it far side. Vogelsen goes out. She's going to pick it up. She's going to send that ahead. She just send that up and out into the neutral zone. Indy tried to go back into the zone, but they were offsides. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off with 42 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Jackets. They've got Lekorchek and Vogelsang out with Dar and Sullivan. Puck is down. Indy comes away with it off the face-off. They go D to D. Now they're going to try to send it hard and in. Vogelsang cuts it off, though. She tried to go cross ice with it to Sullivan, but Indy intercepts. They're now going to come in on the far side. They're going to get to the top of the circle. They're going to take a shot. Vogelsang with a good block. Dar now has it. She's going to send it up to Sullivan. Sullivan's going to cut. She's going to cut here to this near side, down that, and come in hard. She gets past one. Can't get past two, though. Indy has it. They're going to try to come out of their zone. Lekorchek tried to break that up, but Indy's going to come through. Sullivan's there now trying to break it up. Pucks get sent in. Vogelsang's got it. She's going to send it up to Dar. Dar's going to cut through. She's going to come in. That is the end of the penalty. Dar's going to go centering pass. Can't connect with anybody. Indy's now going to come back with it near corner. They're going to try to get it up and out of their own zone, but Jackets keep that in. Senson's got it. She's going to cut towards the net. She goes backhand. Meyer's there to keep that in. She's going to get to the top of the circle. She's going to take a shot, and Indy's going to grab that out of the air. So score is 2-2 with 11:37 in the second period. Jackets are going to send out Douse, Meyer, Olsgaard, Ori, and McInhill. Off that face-off, Indy does come away with it. They do end up clearing the zone with it. Douse is going to have to chase back on it. They're saying no icing, so Douse has got to recover. She tries to get there. She tries to get up to Olsgaard on these near boards. Jackets are not able to get that out of the zone. Indy has it at the circle. Looks like Jackets come away with it. They get to the neutral zone, but it's just going to stay with Indy. Indy's going to now try to just dump that in deep, and they're going to send that in for an icing. So puck will come down to the offensive zone for the Jackets. For this offensive zone face-off, Jackets are going to send out Flaherty, LaRoche, Kohlhaas, Gutshaw, and Mullet. Puck is down. Flaherty did come away with it, but now the Indy Elite sends it low. So, but LaRoche has it. LaRoche is looking at her options. LaRoche has got one on her. She's not really able to do much with it right now. So Kohlhaas came over to help. She now sends it to the far side. Indy's going to go pick it up, but Flaherty comes away with it. LaRoche now has it. LaRoche is going to take it. LaRoche tried to center a pass, but could not connect with anybody, so Indy's going to pick that up, try to get that. Keeps it in over to Flaherty. Flaherty tries to get it ahead. Indy breaks that up. They're able to get recover. Gutshaw sends it to Mullet. Puck rolls off of Mullet's stick. She now has it again. She's just going to chip that forward. Norman just sends it in deep. Gutshaw. She's just going to skate with it. She tried a centering pass over to Kohlhaas, could not connect. So Indy's now going to go far side to try to catch Jackets into change. Jackets have 2 back. Shoreman just pushes that shot over to the far corner. So Indy now has it. Dar's there. She's trying to break up that. Clark now comes out of the pile with it. Indy breaks that up though. Dar has it again. She's going to go back behind her net. She's going to come around with speed. She brings it up this ice. She goes, cuts the middle. She comes around, tries the centering pass over to Thomas, could not connect. Indy's going to use that to try to come out with speed. They go far ice. They're going to connect on their pass. Vogelsing is going to recover. She's got it. She's going to take a step forward. She's going to carry. She gets to the red line, sends it in deep. Goes on the forecheck herself. Sullivan with a good breakup of the play. Now Indy's going to try to come near side in their own zone. The forecheck tries to hold that in and sends it in deep. Sullivan's there. She picks it up. She can't get to the front of the net. She eventually gets it over to Svensson. Indy's just going to send this far ice for icing. So we'll come back into the offensive zone with 8:37 left in the second period, tied 2-2. Jackets are going to leave out. They're going to send out McInhill, Sullivan, Svensson, Meyer, and Douse. McInhill wins that faceoff back to Sullivan. Gets past her though. Came up to Meyer. Meyer sent it in deep to Sullivan. Puck's now in low. Sullivan has it. She sends it over to McInhill. All the girls are low, so McInhill's got it. She comes up. Indy breaks up her pass to Sullivan. They send it up and out of the zone. Douse collects in the neutral zone. She brings it into her own zone. She's got one on her. She gets it up to Svensson. Svensson's going to carry it forward. She's going to send it over to Sullivan. Sullivan's going to carry in. She's going to try to go just to the net. Gets the puck poked off her stick. Indy now just sends that deep. There's not enough though that it's going to ice, so Mullet's going to get it. She's going to pick it up. She's going to come around the net. She's going to take, she loses an edge. Douse now has it. She sends it forward. Mullet. She gets to the red line, gets it up. Svensson tips that in. Olsgaard with press. So puck's still back behind their net. Mullet keeps that in. Flaherty now has it. Dropping low, poking that, keeping it in. So now Mullet's gone up to the circles. She takes a shot, and that goes. Ooh, that hit eventually, and is able to pull that back in. Dar, Kohlhaas, LaRoche. Off that faceoff. And it looked like LaRoche did a great job getting back there and breaking up that play. So, but gets broken up. Lekorchek has it. Now Vogel. She's going to send a pass up to Dar. Dar's going to come down this near side with it. Picking up. Kohlhaas now has another centering pass. It goes just to Kohlhaas. Kohlhaas can't get a backhand to work on that, so she's going to, but she keeps possession. She's going to send it up high to Lekorchek. Lekorchek with a quick shot. Saved. Puck is now on this near side board. LaRoche is going to get there. She tries to get in deep. Indy breaks that up. They're going to send it out into the neutral. He's got it. She's going to take it in on that far side, but the Jackets were changing while she did it, so we have an. Jackets are going to send out McInhill, Douse, and Meyer. Puck is down, comes back to Meyer. Meyer's going to take it to the red line. She's going to send that in. Breaks it up, but does not clear the zone. Clark can't quite get to it. She at least holds it in. Puck is still loose. Puck comes out of the zone to Meyer. She sends that back in. Indy has it on that far side. They send it up high. Douse keeps it in. Indy made a good save. They just chipped that right in the glove. So Jackets send out Flaherty, Sullivan, Svensson, and Mullet. So puck is down. Svensson's got it. She tries to get it. Sullivan's got it. Looking for her options in front. Sullivan's on the near boards. She drops it to. She tried to do a give and go. They couldn't connect. Mullet drops in low. She can't get a pass off. Puck comes up high to Gutschall. Gutschall's going to dump it in deep to Svensson. Svensson's got it. She goes to Sullivan. They've got it. They're coming around the net, trying to just go near corner with it. That work. Jackets are going to think are going to keep the same 5 out with 4:37 to go. Nope. The forwards are going to send out Dar, Olsgaard, and Ori. And they're Shaw and Mullet though. Puck is down. Jackets have it. Comes up, takes a shot, goes off their body. Gutschall's back too. Indy brings it into the zone. They're on the far boards. Puck ends up low. They try their own. Big shot and a tip. That was almost tipped. They're going to go far side, try to get it down to low. They're near corner with it. That was broken up. Comes up to Olsgaard. She picks it up. It goes in on net and putting it right on the goalie, unfortunately. Score still 2-2. Jackets are going to send out McInhill, LaRoche. LaRoche off the faceoff. She sends it low to LaRoche. LaRoche can't connect on that centering pass. She's going to send that back and forward. Kohlhaas has it. She's going to try to the far side and come in the zone. She enters. She sends it in deep. Indy picks it up. Good forecheck going. So Jackets just sent a centering pass, but unfortunately no one from their team was down low in front of the net there. Send it all the way into our zone now. Korchek's going to. Now Clark's got it. She tries to get ahead. She gets it ahead to Kohlhaas. Kohlhaas carries it forward. She sends it over to Flaherty. Flaherty takes it in. She goes out. Flaherty's. She sends it far side to Douse up at the top. Douse steps down to the top of the circle, takes it locked. Clark now has it up high. She's going to send it now a deep shot. Oh, puck just was again. Puck is still there. High, she's going to grab it. She's going to take it. She takes a shot that goes high off of someone's stick. Comes in high to the near zone for now. Andy's able to chip that ahead. There's his take. She sends it back to the neutral zone. Indy clears the zone, but now gets back in. Douse is going to pick. She's going to send it near side to Meyer. Down to Dart. Puck loose. Indy out. Meyer is going to go down, and I think that is going to be a penalty on in the second period. Indy's got it. They're going to try to break out with it. On this escape past them. Cut to the front. She tried to chip it over the goalie, but goes up high. Bouncing and loose. Indy's got it. They're going to send it up high. Douse is there to hold it. She drops it for Dar. Dar's going to go to the circle. She goes cross to LaRoche. LaRoche now. She takes a shot, and that goes right into the goalie. We got a minute 17 left in the period. 46 seconds left in the power play. Looks like Jack's going to keep the same 5 out. They're going to keep Douse, Dar, and LaRoche. Sullivan to take the face-off. LaRoche comes away with it. She sends it up to Dar. Dar sends it back over to Douse. Near side. Douse is going to take it to the top of the circle. She takes a shot. Goes just wide. Sullivan's got it. Sullivan's going to send it up to Douse on the in the corner. Sullivan goes up. She's going to look at her options. She sends it up high to Dar. Dar down low, shoots. Goes just over. Sullivan makes a move. Sullivan still has control. She was going to try. I think was going to go for another one of those Michigans. She's not able to get it to work. Only 6 seconds left in the power play, and 37 seconds left. Jack switch out. They're going to send out McInhill, Olsgaard, Ori, Vogelsang, and down comes to Olsgaard. Olsgaard up to Vogelsang. Vogelsang with a shot that was. I believe the so Jack is going to leave out the same 5. Pucks down, goes right to Olsgaard. Olsgaard sends it up to Meyer. Meyer's going to send it down to Olsgaard. Olsgaard centering to Indy's going to have it. They can't exit the zone with it though. They now do. Jackets are right there though. McInhill brings it in. Indy's got it up high. Vogelsang steps forward. She dispossesses. Jackets are going to go to the 3rd period, tied 2-2. All right, we got 1 period to go. Tied 2-2. Jackets are going to send out Dar, Sullivan, and Svensson along with Meyer and Douse to start the 3rd period. Puck is down. Indy comes away with it. They're going to bring it in the zone on the far side. They dump it in deep. Douse is going to collect behind the net. Indy dispossesses. They're going to bring it up front side. Douse there to break that up though. Puck is still loose behind the net. Indy looks like they're going to get there. They get a centering pass broken up by Meyer. Comes up to Svensson. Indy breaks that up. Svensson breaks it out of the zone. But now Sullivan has it. She's going to come near side. She cuts to the middle. She gets the puck taken off her stick. Svensson now has it down low. She looks for Dar sneaking backside, but they are not able to get that to go. Dar sends it up to Vogelsang. Puck comes loose. Vogelsang picks it up. She goes to Lekorchek with it. Lekorchek sends it up to Sullivan. Sullivan sends it into the zone. Indy intercepts. Indy sends it back out. Vogelsang picks it up. She sends cross ice over to LaRoche. But Indy's going to now have it. They're going to come in. Vogelsang picks it up again. She's going to skate it into the zone. She comes. She shoots. Saved by the Indy goalie. Jackets are going to send out Flaherty, LaRoche, Kohlhaas, Vogelsang, and Lekorchuk. Puck is down. Indy had it. They're going to comes up to Vogelsang. Vogelsang's going to send it in deep. Indy picks that up. Lekorchuk keeps that in. Puck is now sent in deep. Vogelsang picks it up in the neutral zone. She tried to go through 3. Now the puck comes all the way back, and Flaherty's going to pick it up. She's got it in the defensive zone. She's going to try to get across. Andy still has it. They're going to send that in deep. Vogelsang picked that up. She sends it up to Kohlhaas. Kohlhaas tries to get a centering pass over to Clark. Can't connect. Thomas, Clark, Gutschall, and Mullet. McInhill sends it back to Gutschall. Gutschall sends it forward, can't connect with Thomas though. They're going to try to get it ahead, but puck's loose. Now Clark takes it in. Her centering pass is intercepted. They're going to enter the zone. Their centering pass is broken up. Clark now has it. McInhill now has it. She's going to skate it down. She's going to go to the red line. She's going to dump that in deep. And then she's going to head for a change. Or he's going to come in off the bench to provide pressure. Indy sent that all the way into the neutral zone, so they've got it. They're going to go to their far. They're not going to go far side. They can't connect on their pass. But Meyer's now going to bring it in on the far side. She's going to skate down, get to the circles. She's going to get in deeper. She's going to go. She goes around. And she tries to go far corner, but that is just saved by their goalie. Puck comes out. Meyer's going to pick it up. She's going to send it over to Douse. Douse is going to send it ahead to Olsgaard. Olsgaard can't sneak that over to Dar, but she's going to bring it in herself now. Indy's going to send it in deep. Jackets are going to come off. Lekorchuk's got to pick it up. She had to come in off the bench to get it, so she's going to go behind the net. She sends it up to Sullivan. Sullivan chips that ahead. Comes over to Svensson. Svensson's going to carry it into the zone. She cuts to the middle. She kind of just sends that into the front. Now Dar's going to get in the corner. She's going to go back to Svensson. Svensson's got it. She's got it near board. Near corner. Centering pass does not connect. Sullivan's going to go to the box for a slash. So Jacket's going to go on the penalty kill with 12 minutes to go. Still tied 2-2. Jacket's going to send out McInhill, LaRoche, and Douse. Puck off the face-off. Jackets try to get it up and out, but can't clear it out of the zone. Indy's going to send that in deep. Gutschall picks that up. She sends that up to LaRoche. LaRoche is going to carry it out down this near board. She chips that ahead. Indy's going to collect in their own zone. They send it up. Douse keeps that in. She sends that back in deep. Minute left to go in the power play. Indy's got it on the far side. They try to get that up. They send it up, but that is broken up in the neutral zone. Gutschall broke it up. Now LaRoche has it. LaRoche is just going to carry and send that into the corner. Jackets are going to switch out their PK with 47 seconds left in the penalty. With 11:20 to play, they're going to send out Flaherty, Kohlhaas, Mullet, and Meyer. Meyer intercepts that in the neutral zone. She sends it ahead to Flaherty. Flaherty's going to skate that in. She's got space. She's going to probably take, yep, she took a shot. Goes just a little wide. Indy tried to get that up and out. Jackets hold it in. Meyer's now going to come in. She's going to drop low. She takes a shot. That Indy sends that one out to the far corner. And now they're just going to send that in deep for icing with 18 seconds left. So Jackets will get an offensive zone face-off with 18 seconds left to go, or 16 seconds to go left in the penalty kill. So Jackets are going to send out Lekorchek, Vogelsang, Dar, and Svensson. With Sullivan coming out of the box with 16 seconds left, she'll just come out and join this group and join her wing and center pair. So off the face-off, Svensson has it. She's just going to try to get it in deeper. Indy's going to come away with it down that far side. Good pressure held them up. Now Svensson breaks that up. Indy does enter the zone. Svensson now has it with Sullivan out of the box. She sends it up to Dar. Dar chips that around her defenseman. She's going to now come in on the near side. She sends it to Svensson. Svensson comes in. She drops it to Sullivan. Sullivan can't get a good shot on that, though, so she does take it back behind the net. Vogelsang's up at the circles with a quick shot. Goes up high. Svensson can't put the rebound in. Lekorchek got it to Sullivan. She couldn't get a shot on net. Dars now has it. She goes centering pass that's broken up. Lekorchek's going to drop in. She's going to drop in deep, drop it down to Svensson. Svensson's down low. She got it to Sullivan off of using the goalie as a rebounder, but can't connect on the shot. So Sullivan's got it far corner. She sends it to Dar. Dar with control. She's looking at her options. She's going to bring it near boards. Her centering pass can't connect, so now we're on the far side. Indy can't break that out. Clark's there. She's got it. Puck comes to Sullivan. Sullivan takes a quick shot, goes right into the goalie glove. So 9:31 to go, tied up 2-2. Jackets need to find an answer. They're going to send out Thomas, Clark, McInhill, Douse, and Meyer. McInhill gets it back to Thomas. Thomas with the quick shot, goes just wide. Clark picks it up. Comes up high. Jackets can't keep it in. Douse has got to get on her horse to get back and get it because there will not be icing. Douse does get to it. She loses it behind the net, though. Now McInhill's got it. She can't get that forward. Meyer picks it up. She sends it up to Thomas. Thomas is going to try to skate that out. There's a lot of snow, though. Meyer now has it. She's going to come from far to near. Now cuts back to the middle. She carries it in. She was trying to look for a shot. Tried for another pass, broken up. Indy just chips that ahead. Gutshaw has it. She sends it forward. Flaherty picks it up. Flaherty's now going to come in with speed. She gets around. She goes behind the net. She can't get the center pass. It does go to Ori. Indy sends it all the way into the neutral zone. Mullet's going to have to go back and pick it up. She finally gets to it. She looks at her options. She goes far side to Gutshaw. Gutshaw tried to chip it ahead, but could not get that to connect. So puck snap in deep. Ori's going to be there. She sends it over to Gutshaw. Gutshaw sends it up to Olsgaard. Olsgaard chips that up and out in the neutral zone. Indy goes D to D with it on this near side. Puck is still tied up here near side in the neutral zone. Ori and Olsgaard try to get that ahead. Indy now has it. They're going to go far side with it. Lekorchek's there. They try a centering pass that's broken up by Dar. Dar's going to send it up to Kohlhaus. Kohlhaus is going to go down that far left side. She goes down to the circles. She puts on the brakes, spins, tries to get that back up to Lekorchek, and it's broken up. Lekorchek sends that in deep now. Indy sends it centering past Lekorchek to Kohlhaus. Can't quite connect. Vogelsang's down in deep. She's going to try to keep that in. Indy's going to come out from behind the net with it on the far side. Kohlhaus with pressure. Dar ends up with it. Now Vogelsang's got it. She's going to go into the zone. She puts on the brakes, spins. She's going to hold it up at the high. She sends it into LaRoche. LaRoche tried to get it up to Kohlhaus. Indy's there. Indy's now going to break out with it. They're going to come down with a 2-on-1. They go near side. Shorman with a good save. Indy still has it back behind the net. Dar broke that up. She's got it. She's going to send it over to LaRoche. LaRoche is going to carry that out. She's going to come near side with it. She's going to cross the red line, get to the blue line, and just dump that in and head for a change. with 6:30 left to go. Sullivan with a good strong forecheck, but Indy's able to break that and clear it out into the neutral zone. Douse collects. She sends it over to Meyer. Meyer sends that up. Sullivan's going to can't quite hold on to it. Now McInhill's got it. She's going to take it in low. She sends it over to Svensson. Svensson brings it up. McInhill now has it. Buck in low. Indy's just going to send that deep for an icing, but with this, like I said, with this rough ice, it may or may not go, and it does. Jackets are going to send out, looks like they're going to send out Flaherty, Clark, Thomas, Mullet, and Gutschall with 5:53 left. Off the faceoff, Indy controls. They send it up near boards. They are able to break it out. They're going to send that in deep. Shorman just kind of there. That face-off, Flaherty wins that back to Gutschall. Gutschall comes back deep to Mullet. Mullet's going to look at her options. She's going to try to get up to Clark. Couldn't get it past the two. Comes over to Gutschall. Gutschall's going to bring it forward. She sends it over to Mullet. Mullet sends it up to Clark. Clark, Flaherty. Flaherty gets it out of the zone. Indy was able. Thomas sends it over to Flaherty. Flaherty's going to carry that out across the red line. She's going to come in on the far side. She takes it all the way into the zone. Can't get that centering pass to connect with Ori. Olsgaard coming in off the bench. Ori goes centering. Korchek sends one off a post. But Korchek still has it low. She gets dispossessed. Indy's going to come around their net with it near side. Tried to get it up and out. LaRoche holds it in for a moment. Indy eyes pass. The Korchek gets it. She sends that up to Ori. Ori's going to skate. She's going to take it in. She drops it to Dar. Dar skates to the middle. On her backhand, she sends it into the goalie. So that's another save. Game still tied 2-2 with 4:26 left to go. All right, Jackets are going to send out McInhill, LaRoche, and Kohlhaus with Vogelsang and Korchek. Puck's down. Indy does come away with that one, but it's into their corner, but LaRoche was there to receive it. She tried a centering pass, didn't connect with anybody. Now the Indy's going to send that out. Vogelsang's going to collect. She's got two coming back on her. Vogelsang's got it deep in the zone. She's going to try to get it ahead. Can't do it. Now she's going to just skate it. She's going to skate it up past the red line. Takes a big shot, goes wide. Indy just sends that deep. Meyer's going to pick that up. Meyer's going to carry it forward. She's now going to come down that far side. She's going to take it in herself. She's got... Gets a shot on the net. Kohlhaus with the rebound. Meyer with the rebound. Could not put it into the... Not sure what the refs blew the whistle for. The puck was on its way out of the zone. So maybe the net came loose and I missed it. So Jackets going to send out Dar, Svensson, Sullivan, Meyer, and Douse. Puck is down. Sullivan tried to get it. She does a shot again. It goes under the corner. Indy brought it into the neutral zone. Dar collects it though. She sends it up to Sullivan. Sullivan's going to take it in. Svensson now tries to get a hold of it. Puck is just kind of rolling on everybody. Indy's going to chip that ahead in deep, and it's going to go into the Jackets neutral zone, or defensive zone. Dowse is going to go out to pick it up. She collects. She sends it over towards Meyer. Meyer's going to now come up. She's going to send it up to Sullivan. Sullivan chipped that ahead. Fences gets through. She's got in. She cannot keep that puck on her stick, though. Puck goes into the far corner. Indy's going to go far side with it. Gutshaw has it. Keep it in the neutral zone. Olsgaard's going to go pick that up. She's going to bring it forward. She's going to take it to the far side. She gets dispossessed. Indy's just sends that in deep. With 2 minutes left to go, still tied. Mullet has it. She's going to send that up to Olsgaard. They do not connect, so the puck comes in. Indy's just going to send that in deep. Gutshaw kicks it over to Flaherty. Flaherty's going to skate. She's going to come near side with it. Defense is going to go switch out while Ori carries that into the... That was great. Ori sent that forward. Flaherty came in hard to the front of the net, and they were able, Jackets were able to put that past with 3-2, to go up 3-2 with 1:53 left in the third period. Jackets are going to send out McInhill, Kohlhaas, LaRoche, Vogelsang, and Lekorchek. Vogelsang's got it off the face-off. She's trying to get it ahead. Indy breaks that up. Indy's going to get called. Yep, they're going to get called for, I believe, interference or body checking. So Jackets will go on the power play with 1:44 left in the period. So Jackets will send out Sullivan, Svensson, Dowse, and LaRoche for this offensive power play with 1:44 left to go. Puck down. Svensson, quick shot. Goalie saw it all the way, so she makes the save, but it was a good quick shot off of the Sullivan win. Looks like Indy got kicked out of the circle, so they'll have to bring in a different girl to take the face off. Puck's down. Sullivan won it to Svensson. She sends it up to Dowse. Dowse is going to bring it up to the top. She's going to come near side here to LaRoche. LaRoche back up to Dar at the top. Dar with a quick shot. Quite small deflection, but an Indy goalie covered. Jackets will do it again. Sullivan's won her last two faceoffs. Let's see if she can do it a third time. She wins it. She wins it back to LaRoche over to Dar. Dar back down to LaRoche near side. She's going to go cross ice to Dowse, who was streaking in, but couldn't get there. Dowse has it. She's going to send it up high to Dar. Dar's going to take it to the circles. She takes a shot in. That was tried to get it tipped through, but couldn't get there, so LaRoche will pick up near boards. She's going to send it back up to Dar at the top. She's going to cycle down. Dar cuts middle. She sends that in, but that goes off the stick and high. 1 minute left to go. Sullivan now over to Dowse on the far side. Dowse back up top to Dar. Dar with a shot. That gun goes off a stick up high. Dowse now has it again on the far boards. She's going to send it up high to Dar. Dar near to LaRoche. LaRoche back up to Dar. Dar started to send it in, chipped again. Almost went in from the high chip. Indy now, they're going to come bring it to the near boards. They're going to send it up and out of the zone. They're going to come down. 1v1. Dar with a good stick, though, to take and dispossess her. She's going to go hard over to Sullivan while the Indy was changing. Sullivan's going to come in with Svensson. Sullivan can't get that centering pass quite to Svensson. Puck is still loose behind the net, though. Clarkin off the bench. She's going to try to get ahead. With 11 seconds left to go. Came up to Vogelsang. Meyer now has it. She's going to take it in. She takes a long shot, but we were sent that in offsides with 2 seconds left to go. They're, I believe, going to call intentional. Nope, just regular offsides. So, with 3 seconds left, this will probably be it. Puck down. That is game. Jackets do win, 3-2. For those watching, a lot of us are leaving tonight. The Jackets have 2 games tomorrow with Bigby up in Ann Arbor, so we will see you tomorrow.